Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? I'm your host, Bad Guy Ibra. Welcome to my podcast. I'm your favorite Gambian. And ladies and gentlemen, the best boxing bout probably of the century, of the decade, Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk of Ukraine is going to be taking place at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on 25th of September. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking forward to this fight. Are you? Oh my God. AJ versus Usyk. Now, obviously, Anthony Joshua was initially meant to fight the Gypsy King, the one and only Tyson Fury, the current WBC and Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of the world. But obviously, Deontay Wilder, unfortunately for boxing fans, won a court case, which essentially gives them the license to which makes it mandatory for Tyson Fury to fight Deontay Wilder for a rematch, which is essentially going to be their third fight. So that's unfortunate for us because we actually want to, we actually wanted to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, right? It's a fight that's obviously materializing. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen anytime soon. So Wilder is meant to fight Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury then tested positive for coronavirus or COVID-19, right? So that's crazy, to be honest. And it ruined the Anthony Joshua fight, and then COVID ruined the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. But ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua obviously had to fight the mandatory challenger in Oleksandr Usyk, which obviously the fight is going to be taking place next month, September 25th. Ladies and gentlemen, we're like a month away. Let me check. Whoa. Yeah, we're like exactly, I don't know, a month away. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't got tickets for this bout, yeah, you have to get it. You just have to get tickets, mate. You can't miss this. We've got Anthony Joshua with a ferocious uppercut, with a devastating right hand, and he's perfected his jab. He's got one of the best jabs in boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Like literally, his jab is just outstanding. It's just flawless. And then you got Oleksandr Usyk, who's obviously coming from a sensational decision win against Derek Chisora. But anyway, Derek Chisora is not like the most, you could call him a journeyman, to be honest, not gonna lie. But Oleksandr Usyk was obviously dominant in the fight, right? I wouldn't say he was dominant, but I think he won unanimously and unequivocally won the decision bout, in my opinion, right? So yeah, anyways, but you got both boxer punches, and Joshua Oleksandr Usyk. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It really is gonna be an exciting matchup, to be honest. And this obviously this is post COVID-19, so it's like a pandemic that's held us all back, to be honest. And most of us don't even have the ability never had the ability to be able to watch boxing bouts like this, because it never was even taking place in the first place, because obviously fights were taking place in stadiums of no fans and that. But yeah, thank God the audience, the people who make boxing what it is, are back. We're back with a bang. We're back with a bang, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. And Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk. Obviously, I'm an AJ fan, right? But what I'm saying is, as boxing fans, we have a habit of trying to underestimate the opponent, which in this case is Oleksandr Usyk. But I'm telling you, this Oleksandr Usyk guy has devastating power. We've seen when he knocked out Tony Bellew with a devastating 1-2 out cold. Tony Bellew didn't even know what he was talking about. He's even talked about it. It's like, oh my God, he's probably never been hit that hard. But since the guy's a cruiserweight, I think Anthony Joshua could weather his punches a little bit more. He could take his punches a little bit more than the other way around. So obviously, inadvertently, if he has to take punches from Anthony Joshua, I mean, that's going to be devastating, because Anthony Joshua has a killer finishing instinct. You know what I mean? And he hits really hard. So yeah, honestly, this bout, honestly, it's gonna be sensational. So Anthony Joshua is the IBF, IBO, WBA, and IBO heavyweight champion of the world. So essentially, if he unifies the belt, which he potentially will be fighting Tyson Fury, but then that primarily depends on Fury and Wilder, who wins, obviously. Then if he obviously unifies the belt, he's gonna be the first person to have unify the heavyweight title since Lennox Lewis in 2000. So yeah, is it gonna happen? Well, I mean, hopefully, because I mean, Wilder seems like he's just, I don't know, he's ready to fight Fury, but Fury tested positive for COVID. Crazy. But that's boxing for you right here. It's boxing for you, mate. We've been waiting for these fights to transpire. We've been waiting for these fights to materialize. But it just seems like it's not happening and all of that. But that's the crazy thing about boxing. But ladies and gentlemen, we you know what I mean, being a boxing fan, I just love to see good fights. I really do, mate. But and Joshua, I think is so good. I mean, he's a really good boxer. So I think, he deserves to unify the belt, basically, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's the fight coming up, Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate, I really appreciate you obviously taking the time to, listen to my podcast. I've been away for a little bit. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a fantastic day.